It is Nick Zangle. Thank you so much for being here. So I posed a question: how pro-woman is the Biden administration? And on the surface, it appears it is a very pro-woman, and depending on where you look, it is the most pro-woman administration in the history of the United States of America. His woman press team, woman vice president, woman cabinet members, supposedly pro-woman policies all support this narrative. But when you look past the veneer of what they really want us to see, things get a little more questionable, and that is what I want to focus on right now. Let's start with the press team. So although there are all women at the heads of these departments, the now former Deputy Press Secretary T.J. Ducklo recently resigned after a suspension for a conversation that came to light where he said something to a Politico reporter in response to her asking about his romantic relationship with an Axios reporter and MSNBC contributor. We will table the conversation about the conflicts of interest and the power dynamic there for another time, but this is just one example so far, less than 1 month into the administration, where this scandal started brewing on Inauguration Day. Now, there's word that these women officials in the Biden administration were disappointed with TJ's actions being brought to light by breaking an off-the-record agreement. Now, this indicates to me that they may have only taken action because what went on behind the scenes was brought into the public, which is a stain on the pro-woman stance that is trying to be pushed on us in regards to the Biden administration. Next, we have the first woman Vice President Kamala Harris, and the alarming thing about Kamala being chosen as Joe's running mate is her mixed message when it comes to believing women, especially in a post-Me Too era. And I recall when Tara Reade allegations came out against Joe Biden, and Kamala said she believed her and all other victims. And this is amongst a lot of other things that Kamala Harris attacked Joe Biden for on the debate stage, but then laughed it all off as just politics once she was the running mate for Joe Biden. So does that mean that the Me Too movement was just politics? And the reason I even say that this is all in a post-Me Too era is because, to me, Kamala being chosen as Joe Biden's vice presidential running mate, in my opinion, ended the whole Me Too movement and really showed us what it really was all about. Now let's move on to policies, and I want to talk about two particular policy positions. First, let's talk about abortion. So Joe Biden plans to legalize abortion. The conversation around abortion usually is coupled with reproductive rights and healthcare rights because, to me, they do that so that is a little more palatable than just saying abortion, which, as we all know, is killing unborn people. But at the end of the day, no matter how you frame it, abortion is the leading cause of death worldwide, and in America is responsible for nearly 3,000 deaths per day, or nearly 1 million deaths per year. And if we assume a 50-50 split between male and female, that is almost 500,000 women not being given the chance to make a difference in the world, to carry out the legacy and continue on the legacy of those women currently living who won't be here forever. I do not see how that is a pro-woman policy stance. The second policy position I want to talk about is in regards to trans athletes. So an executive order on the issue by Joe Biden states, quote, "Children should be able to learn without worrying about whether they will be denied access to the restroom, the locker room, or school sports," end quote. Now, former governor of South Carolina and former ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley, stated the concerns of this order very well, in my opinion, by stating, quote, "Across the sporting world, the game is being rigged against women and in favor of biological men. President Biden is the latest man to do this rigging, which is strange coming from someone billed as a defender of women. Generations of women fought hard to ensure that their daughters and granddaughters had a level playing field because girls deserve the same chance as boys to play sports. Transgender kids deserve support and respect, but the fact remains, however, that biological boys and girls are built differently, and the best male athletes have a natural advantage over the best female athletes." So how pro-woman is the Biden administration? Well, it depends where you look. And where I am looking is to your comments in the comment section below on this issue, and I would love to hear some of your thoughts on this. Make sure to tap or click the screen next to me if you're watching on YouTube to check out my latest video, which is also about women's issues but relating to multi-level marketing. And if you'd like more political content from me, make sure to tap or click the playlist below that, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.